Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marvin Harrison from 19 yards away. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Powering forward. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Fields. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. The man in motion is Brown. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep, Amon-Ra St. Brown. This is taken at the 18. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. St. Brown in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside. To give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass complete there to Harrison. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. St. Brown in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. St. Brown in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 2nd down in a yard. Throwing is Hurts. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And a razzle-dazzle not going to work out. They're just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback. That's Jalen Hurts. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdowns.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Hurts. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. He's into space past the 25 and down to the 16-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. Now they'll send Adams in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Davante Adams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go.
Now Fields. Got an open man. It's Devin Hester. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. To throw is Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Down the right sideline. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big time play for him on a short little pass.
Now a 2nd and 2. St. Brown in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go, Scott.
The slot man in motion right. A shotgun snap, Fields. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Fields now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Great, set. Delta.
Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Great.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Delta.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Delta.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Delta. Delta.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 3.
Notes up. Ready?
Here's Fields. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here's St. Brown on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And that one results in 35 yards. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.